Hey everyone, Glenn Andrews here from glennandrews.net, and you're watching Glenn TV. I want to discuss the minimum wage because this is really starting to piss me off. You're going to hear in the political arena with the presidential election coming up this year that they want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And here's why this doesn't work. The minimum wage was designed for people entering the workforce. Okay? So you start at $7, $8 an hour. This is the starting point. Now, if this is where you're going to camp out the rest of your life, then yeah, maybe you should get $15 an hour, but that's not what it was supposed to be designed to do. Okay? You're competing. You show up at the workforce, you get started. What are you, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old? If you have a college education, you're probably going to start a little higher. But even if you don't have a college education, I started out with a high school education. I didn't have a college education. I went from minimum wage all the way up to $50,000 a year in just a couple of years. Okay, you can do that just by showing up, competing, bringing a pleasing attitude, and doing more than you were paid to do. Okay, it's pretty simple. You can tiptoe around all the people that are still laying next to the starting point because they're waiting for that minimum wage to go up and climb way past $15 an hour pretty darn quickly, usually within 2-3 years, depending upon what type of business that you're in. So the minimum wage is a starting point, okay? You don't start the race, walk over to the side and lay there for the next 10 years. Okay? That's why it should never be raised. Because we don't want people laying there waiting for the next handout, for the government to force businesses to pay people more. Okay? Because you get paid for the value you bring to the company. If you don't bring value to the company, if you show up and say, oh, well, that's not my job, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to show up early, I'm not going to stay late. If that's your attitude, then you don't get paid anymore. It's pretty simple. Just show up with a pleasing attitude. Learn what you have to do to build your skills to get to the next level. Businesses are more than happy to pay you more than $15 an hour if you bring more value to that business. It's pretty simple. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below if I'm totally wrong here.